Hello once again, this is Robert Reno. I am the developer of the Bride of Frankenstein system, the third of my Frankenstein system series. And if you're a fan of my videos, then you'll know on my previous video that I promised you a free roulette system, and that is the video that I'm recording right now to show you how that works. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump right into it here. Looks like they're already into a spin. Now, in the meanwhile, notice up here on the upper left-hand portion of the screen, you'll see that the $50 when I had my internet issues has been refunded back to me. I'm back at my beginning 1978. Now, what I'm going to show you will actually be pretty cool. Okay, now you notice I put two bets out on the board here. These bets are going to cover 81% of the screen. It's 81.08% on a European single zero wheel, and 78.95% on the American double zero wheel. So right now we're covering 30 out of 37 numbers. And what's going to happen is if we have a ball land in this portion, we're going to break even. But when we have one land in the third 12, we're going to profit 1 unit, like that. Good example. Now, if we should happen to lose, so what? We're going to ignore it and keep on going. You only need 2 wins for every 1 loss, and I guarantee you we're going to get a lot more wins than losses with this particular system. Now, you've probably seen people with a similar type of a bet where they will put out like I think it's 2 units on this third 12 and 3 down here on the 1 through 18. But and then that way, if it lands over here, you actually profit a unit. If it lands over here, it also profits a unit as well. But if it loses, you are out 5 units. But my way is simple flat betting with no progressions at all whatsoever. Now, you've seen some other systems as well dictate, well, you know, we'll just go ahead and place a bet on 2 of these dozens here, or 2 of these columns, but they're covering even less numbers, first of all, and then number 2, if they lose, they say that you need to progress up, like triple your bets type of a thing. But you could just as easily lose again by doing something like that, which I think is totally ridiculous. So this simple system here might be considered a bit of a grind, but you will win more money with it than lose. Now, it doesn't pay off nearly as well as my Bride of Frankenstein system, but it also uses a little bit more money as well. But this flat betting here with this particular strategy did me pretty good for quite a while, and it'll do you good too. Again, though, just not as good as my Bride of Frankenstein system. Okay, see how that worked? We just broke even when it hit that first dozen. So there are only going to be 7 numbers that we lose on in this setup, which would be 19 through 24, or over here on this 0. But again, if that happens, we're just going to ignore it and keep on betting. Doesn't require a big bankroll. It just does depend, of course, on what kind of units that you use. Right now I'm using a $100 unit. Now, something that you need to be aware of, just like I said in my last video, roulette is probably the #1 most cheated game in the casino. And that's because of this guy right here, the dealer. Now, we want to make sure that we're getting a fair game. In order to do that, you need to watch his eyes. Where are his eyes? If he is pausing and pausing and pausing and then spins, that means he's trying to shoot a section or even a particular number that will make you lose. And I know personally a number of dealers who are very skilled at that. A few of them even demonstrated it for me personally. You'll find that males, more than anyone else, are the ones who will do this kind of a maneuver. Females don't generally, but I have run into a number of them that do, so you still have to be equally careful. Now, he looked away when he spun the ball, so hopefully we'll be able to still get a fair game here. That 0 here is the most popular number they like to shoot for because that 0 stands out. It's green among all these other red and black numbers. It's easiest to target. Alright, we are now up 2 units already. We're up $200. Now, obviously, this is the type of system where you really only need just one hit, right? One hit at $100. Those are man's wages. That's $700 a week. 2 hits per day is $1,400 a week. That's even better. It's twice as good. But you just have to be careful when you play this system. You can't get too greedy with it. There are a few things you can kind of do to help ensure that you're not going to get a loss anytime soon, which is to switch around your bets a little bit. So I've had a couple of spins here now with my bets in this position, so maybe on the next spin, depending on where it lands, I might put a unit on the first 12 and then a unit on the high 19 through 36. Now you'll see other people try to say something like, well, I use this other system that does red and even, or black and odd, or red odd and black even, something along those lines. And that system is okay, except the only time that you'll actually win is on just a few numbers, like only on a black odd number, or only on a red even number. But my method here covers more of the board, and is not specific to those, few numbers. How many red odd numbers are on the board right now, for example? Or actually red even. Let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers that you can win on, whereas my method wins on 12 and covers more than that 66% that the red even numbers would. So don't listen to that stuff. Okay, there's a break even bet. Alright, so I'm going to clear the board, and we'll do that other bet I was telling you about to change things up. Now, let's say you don't live in, or you do live in an area that does not have a lot of casinos in it, and you just happen to notice that the dealer is watching the wheel when he spins, or she. What you can do to kind of thwart that is just wait till he's spun the ball first and then place your bets, or not even bet at all and wait till the next dealer comes up and check that dealer out and see if they do the same thing or not. That actually would be your better way to go, I think, is just by waiting. So right now I'm at the 2 unit mark, and that's probably where I would have drawn the line and taken off. As I've said, it's a nice little system, actually. If you're the type of player who's into numbers like I am, 2 bets covering 81% of the board is just phenomenal. have a 32.45% chance of profiting, but an 81% chance of at least breaking even. Nothing wrong with that, is there? This system is about as simple as you can get it. I like it that way. There's no progressions to it, and I don't suggest that you guys progress it either. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay. Got us another break even. That's alright. Nothing lost, huh? Look at him rake all those chips, all those losers, into the hole. Some people will say, well, Robert, why can't we just put at least one unit out on the zero? Or one unit covering that area, you know, this double street here. Well, my response to that would be because it would complicate things too much. If you do that, you're going to need a negative progression for it to work. And why complicate things, you know? This way is just real simple. And when you put chips out on those other bets, they might be you might be breaking even or winning over here, but these other bets will definitely be losing. And then at that point, you have to put some sort of progression on it. Whereas the way I'm betting right now, I am not progressing at all. Simple flat betting. That's it. Okay. Now, those 2 units that we won, we have now lost. We're back to break even again. See, this is why you should hit and run. That kind of stuff. But we're not out anything, are we? I could get the 2 units back and then some. But it's always best just to play as carefully as possible. Now, since we lost here on this number 17, I'm going to change up the bets a little bit. In case he rolls one back to back, I will break even on that instead of losing twice in a row. That makes sense? Alright, let's see if we can profit here a little bit. So far, we've had more break-even and winning bets than we have on the losing bets, huh? And there's a profit right there. Back to being $100 up again. Now this video probably won't be quite as long as my other videos. But as you can see, this system is very, very simple. Now, I'm keeping my bet here in case he does do a back-to-back 30. We'll be in a profit position here. Or if he decides to repeat this 12 again we'll be in a profit position. But let's say that he rolls out in here again. I probably would leave it actually at that point. I just want to make sure I'm in a position on the board where if a number rolled back to back, I won't lose. There's another profit. A profit roll. It's another 100. So, 2 spins is all it takes to get back into a profitable position once again. So lucky us, we were up 2 units before the loss came. Now we're back up to 2 units again. So does that mean we're going to profit again? Very well could. But we could also lose again too and be down to 2 units. As I said, this game is a little bit, the strategy I should say, is a little bit of a grind. Just got to be patient with it. But as you can see, it does work. As long as you don't complicate it. And keep it simple the way I've outlined here. Definitely suggest you go to my website, www.frankensteingamblingsystem.com. There's a lot of information there, brochures and etc. about all 3 of my systems. And we just got another profit spin. It actually, my Bride of Frankenstein system does make more money than this particular freebie that I'm giving you here. It has a no-lose money management strategy that hasn't seen light of day for about 30 to 40 years, roughly. In its original form, I should say. And if that doesn't work, my bet selections there will get you into the high 90s in your favor of winning. There are 6 strategies. We don't play them all at once. We play them one at a time. Call it the 1-2 punch. Bet selection and money management combined. Yeah, it does take a larger bankroll, but you profit a whole lot more and a whole lot more quickly than this strategy. Over 300 bucks up. But I would have hit and run a long time ago. This is just for demonstration purposes only, what I'm showing you here. Looky there, another profit spin. Doesn't it seem like when a dozen hits, it hits in clumps like this? Just like this one, clump of 2. Now this one kind of flip-flop back around a little bit, but 35 was repeated in there. So if we were in this position, this one would have broke even, this would have profited, this would have broke even, and this would have profited. So they come in clumps, don't they? Now speaking of clumps, these guys sitting here at the table, the other punchers, the other players, the dealers where I'm from call them clumpers. That's where they try to spread as many bets out on the table as they possibly can, and they put stacks of chips on these individual numbers. They clump them together. And my contact tells me that whenever she sees that, they are instructed to spin as fast as possible. So that way they don't have to pay out that much. Look at that. Another clump. Another $100 profit. Doing really, really well with this, aren't we? And it can for you too. Just gotta be patient with it. I could keep playing this. I've already made profit. If it loses, I could walk away from the table and still be up money. And that's probably what I should do. I would hope that you guys would as well. So yeah, the dealers that I've dealt with call them clumpers. Me personally, I call them sprinklers. They just sprinkle chips everywhere with no rhyme or reason. They don't play a system, they're just hoping to get lucky. You and I will be playing with a strategy. Whether it is my Bride of Frankenstein system or even this little system. Hurry! The ball's in play! Quick, quick! Go, go, go! Look at that! Another one! Another profit spin. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Look at this. Look at this. Nice size streak that we are on right now. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. $600. Wow. That is exactly what we're up right now. It's $600 up. But I'm going to keep riding it, see if it is going to continue to pay. This is awesome. Alright, that's a break-even bet right there. Pretty cool. Alright, I think we've rode our streak. Things are going to start breaking up a little bit now. So I'm going to use that as a cue to go ahead and end the video. So you remember we were at 1978. We are now at 2578. And what? I think we only lost one time. Wow. And then hit a real nice streak. So, again, my name is Robert Reno, and I really appreciate you hanging in there for this demonstration. And I really think you're going to love my Bride of Frankenstein system. Again, the third and final piece to my Frankenstein system series. So, go to my website, www.frankensteingamblingsystem.com. We have activated the Buy Now button, so you can order your system today. Go there for more videos that you can watch, full shoe demos on. There's lots and lots of information there. There's brochures. And of course, I'm always available that you can email me too, and I'll be more than happy to address any questions that you might have. So, thanks again, and I hope to hear from you guys real soon. I think you'll really enjoy this system. Take care now. Bye-bye.